this Michigan sign stealing stuff is growing, growing, and growing. Every single day, somebody on the internet finds something new that we're all going to be incredibly pumped about. Now, it's this dude was undercover on Jim McElwain's sideline of the Central Michigan team. Jim McElwain, known fisherman.
Yep, that's right.
Known fisherman.
Nice boat.
Jim McElwain was one time a wide receiver coach for Michigan. Now his name's being brought into the Michigan controversy because allegedly this Connor Stallions guy, former captain of the Marines, was hiding on their sideline, maybe with recording sunglasses. Trying to get Michigan State signals. Now, I believe what Michigan's going to say about all this is, this captain in the Marines, we appreciate his service.
Hell yeah, of course.
And he went to the Naval Academy, obviously, and he was accepted to Michigan, always been a Michigan man, wants to be a Michigan man. But whenever we hired him, we said, yeah, we would like a guy that can maybe decipher some signals. He's a rogue agent. You think we're sending to Central Michigan to worry about Michigan State? You don't think you think we're worried about Michigan State? That's what Michigan's going to say, and then the entire conversation is going to be like, "Well, Harbaugh, you did reap the benefits of what this psycho was potentially doing without your knowledge of it all." It's going to continue to grow, and every day it's something new. Last week it was against Ohio State, where everybody on the sideline. Going to the sky. This time it's a guy hiding on Central Michigan sideline. And now Jim McElwain, head coach of the Central, there he is, put his head down. Oh, no, camera. Camera. What are you looking for down there, guy in the hat? We don't know. Maybe he lost his contact.
Could have been.
You know, the sidelines are a little hectic and everything like that. But it certainly looked like he was going, whoa, 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 whoa. Like he's an undercover cop. You know, and whenever an undercover cop is potentially working somewhere and they're in the background of a photo, that's not good news. Obviously, NFL teams see this type of stuff. I've seen some undercover police do, whoa, 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 not now, not now, don't need to die. That feels like that's what Connor Stallions was doing. Here's what Jim McElwain, head coach of Central Michigan, avid fisherman, former coach of Florida, and at the University of Michigan as a wide receiver coach, which is a big part of this because that's allegedly how it all ties together. Here's him talking about the hat sunglass man on his sideline against Michigan State.
You know, before we go any farther, we've obviously are aware of a picture floating around with the sign stealer guy. You know, our people are doing everything they can to get to the bottom of it. We're totally unaware of it. I certainly don't condone it in any way, shape, or form. And
we lost the game.
You know, I do know that his name was on none of the passes that were let out. Now we just keep tracing it back and try to figure it out. But it's in good hands with our people.
Yeah, of course.
Sure. And again, you know, there's no place in football for that.
Hell, I didn't even see him. Yeah. I was on the same sideline as him. I didn't see. You saw how good he was, like kind of just mixed in, kind of stand-looking guy. So once again, the story continues. But there's internet people now who have talent and apps.
Oh, yeah.
They're dragging his face from, like, photos onto that particular face. I saw a video, and it's like,
that's the same guy.
Lines up.
That's Captain for the Marines.
Yeah.
That's Connor Stallions. I will say he was never deployed.
Okay.
When he was with the Marines, I do believe he was stationed in California. We do appreciate the fact that he signed up for the Marines and for that he went to school at the Naval Academy. I think he was a GA, but this thing's only growing. And this Michigan team is so damn good. It's a shame that this is going to get hung over their head, but it's like, it's certainly real, and it's only getting bigger and bigger. In this college football world, too, and they released their college football playoffs for the first time last night, which is a big deal because it's the one that matters. Now, the general, Bob Carpenter's been right all along.
Yes,
the
he has.
whole
Yeah,
year. And we feel like his ranking does matter, and people need to take it a lot more serious, especially with what we're seeing now. He basically has the feel of what this college football playoff committee is going to do. This is pretty much where he's been sitting the last 4 or 5 weeks. But these are the folks that are going to determine who's in the playoff. These are the ones who are going to determine what bowl game you're going to. In the future, there's going to be 12 teams. This is the group that is deciding it all. Heard Boo Corrigan talk a little bit last night about the Michigan situation. He said that's an NCAA issue. That's not a college football playoff committee issue. But everybody from the outside is looking in like kind of, though. Kind of.
A little bit.
Because competitive advantage and nobody else is doing what they're doing. So it's all getting a little bit muddy, but Ohio State, number one team in the country in their eyes. I can respect it. 2 massive wins. I feel like if you're the champion, you remain the champion until somebody knocks you off the pedestal, especially if you play your best football game after losing the best player in football. But I don't think Kirby Smart's pissed off that they're number 2. He's certainly using that. And I also appreciate the fact that if you get ranked 3rd in the country or 5th in the country, you're like mad about it.
Yeah.
Super mad.
Pretty good. Pretty good start so far.
Yeah.
The whole top 25 is filled with storylines, and congrats to Oregon being the one-loss team that is represented at the highest. Alabama's in there as well. Kirk Herbstreit last night on the College Football Playoff live show at 7 o'clock on Tuesdays, where they're unveiling that whole thing. He said, right now, the team that I don't want to see, Oregon.
Yeah.
Yep.
And I'll tell you what, I don't know if it's just recency bias or not, but nobody's supposed to go into Utah and do what they did to Utah.
No.
Wild.
That is not how it's supposed to go out there. Like, that is a tough place to play. The stats say it. We're not saying this just because we fell in love with the state.
No.
We're just telling you, stats say it's a tough. That team, tough team. Like,
Good.
tough team.
Yeah, dogs.
Going to be in it. Like, it's going to be a Big Ten type game.
Right.
Whenever Utah's in the game. And instead, Oregon just went in there and just beat the hell out of the team we fell in love with.
Crazy.
We fell in love with. So it's real.